Sleep needs a flip.
Yes.
And if you haven't read the book, and look, I'll fillet it properly before the dust settles.
I like how you use that as a verb.
When in doubt.
Yes.
We're short on verbs these days. We're long on nouns. We're very, very long
Except
on
for the verb weaponize and normalize. I hate both of them. We're normalizing Trump and we're weaponizing democracy. I hate those verbs. Hate them.
So flip them.
Yes.
You're like the leitmotif in this excellent book called The King of Late Night by Greg Gutfeld, aside from the unbelievable cover
Isn't
art
that the best?
discussed,
Brian Williams in the back there. So a lot of these people were like, I vanquished. I should say I, but yes, I.
What's the significance of the goldfish?
Hold on.
Oh, you had a pet goldfish, right?
Excellent point. They needed to do a segment on pets, and I didn't have any. So everybody has a pet. So we went and got a goldfish, and it's not really goldfish. It's something else. It's like, Tyrus knows the name of it. It's a special kind of fish. But anyway, I named it Abe, and nobody gets it because it's Abe Vigoda fish from Barney Miller.
Right.
Yeah.
Nobody gets it. So that fish is now in my office. He's got the best big eyes, and he just swims around and around, and nobody pays attention to him. And I loved him until I got Gus, and now I don't even look at him because we have these different levels of consciousness, and we reward the ones that are closer to our consciousness than a way, and so we don't like rocks. That's how we work.
Well, look, I don't want to bury the lead. This is here's the difference between you and Jesse. Jesse Waters didn't really save the world.
No,
he didn't really write
if
the
anything,
book,
he made it
probably, right?
He made it worse. He made the world worse.
Whatever he did, it's a big swing, and it might be just a touch hyperbolic. But I mean, you actually did it. You beat these guys. Right?
It was funny. I will kind of agree in the sense that 20 years ago, I wrote this piece called The Dean Wormer Effect. And I was saying, and I probably talked about this with you.
0.0.
Yeah. It was the fact that in every movie, in any pop culture reference, the Republican is the bad guy, and the fun people, the liberals, are going to be Animal House. And that's the way it always is in every movie. And I wrote this piece for the Huffington Post of all places. And I thought, if we can switch that, we win. It's the only way we're going to win, because as Breitbart said, politics is downstream from culture. And you're seeing that now. My show was the flip. It was like, it started with Red Eye and then The Five, and this show was like, I'm going to do, because the thing is, left-wing humor and comedy is kind of like where I came from, except I'm not a left-winger, and I understand how they do it. I'm naturally kind of that way, and it's like, it's time that I make the Republicans like me, be more like me. Like I say in my book, I say that I didn't become a Republican to become more like a Republican. I did it so they would become more like me. They needed me more than I needed them, and I always felt that way. With Fox, they needed somebody to pull them out of the Dean Wormer effect and get them over here. Don't be the people that are always outraged. It's funny. It's amazing how somebody can find a new outrage every day and say, I've never been more outraged in my life. And then the next day, they do it again. It's like when William Devane says, now it's never been a better time to buy gold. But then he says it a week later. It's like, when is it? So with outrage, it's always been like, I'm now more outraged than ever. It's like, no, there's not enough outrage. So it's like you got to here's your outrage. Now go over that and see what's funny. And that's what you do. And now the left is in that seat where they're always outraged and they forgot their funny bone. So it's like now it's why I beat all the late night shows, was because they stopped being funny. They were more like looking at people like me, or I would say more, not me, but more like Trump, because Trump's having a good time, that he's bad and Fox News is bad, and that you have to get the shot. Colbert did an entire musical thing based on getting the injection.
Q-tips.
Insane. Oh, the Q-tip. The Cuomo Q-tip. That does not age well. Much like him.
No. No, it didn't.
Do you know that Chris Cuomo called me a little troll the other day? I was very touched by that.
Little person. Little person.
Yeah, he called me a little person. He wanted to say midget, but he knew the M word wouldn't stand with the woke.
On his show,
Yeah.